Bad Bunny beef? Just kind of like, give us the cliff notes, because truly, I
Yeah.
have no idea. I can't.
Okay.
I cannot name a Bad Bunny song.
Okay. All right. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bad Bunny, um, he transcended everything in reggaeton, right? He started up in a very machista sort of way, culture and stuff like that, but then made it a more inclusive environment. Started getting a little political, but for good causes, like in El Apagón when he talked about Puerto Rico and the blackout, and after the hurricane, the lack of resources, and you know all of that, how rich white people are moving there for tax cuts. He's touched on a lot of like political issues that are very important for the working class. And I think that he became like, you know, this really, really huge icon at this point. He has done the Super Bowl, has now headlined Coachella, stuff that Beyonce has done, right? So he really, really did come up. Lately, oh, well, before I get to that, he also became a personality, right? So the thing that sort of separates Bad Bunny from other reggaetoneros, because, they're all fine, they're all great. But with him, it was his viewpoints, how he always was like, stood for the gente, and then also his personality. He became sort of like just a really fun dude to watch online. Um, and he came out with an album called Yo hago lo que me da la gana, usually meaning kind of like stomping on the big guy. It's a tale as old as time when someone starts off rooting for the little guy, for the working man, and then eventually gets so big and becomes just corporate and just a sellout sort of. So I don't want to say that he's a full sellout yet, but a few things that he has, a few behaviors that he has exhibited in the past year has kind of led him to a slight downfall. Um, one of which was him, yeah, vendido. One of which was him dating Kendall Jenner. That's kind of, I think, what started it all, sort of. A lot of people are, the Bad Bunny stans are like, you're just jealous or whatever. The reality is, Kendall Jenner has a bad reputation with Mexicanos, especially, but all Latinos all around. All right, she has a tequila company, and she's done just a lot of appropriation, a lot of just not great things. She's the queen of appropriation. And Latinos don't like her. All right. So it's not that he's dating someone, he's always dated someone. That's cool. But you do kind of, when you have all of these values and you stand by them, and then you go and date Kendall Jenner, makes you look a little less serious. That's fine though. Let's move on. Then he gets hit with a lawsuit from his ex-girlfriend. Now this might sound like, oh, the bitch just wants money. No, no, no. Hold on, let me tell you the context. This was the girl that dated him. I know. This was the girl that dated him. I'm sorry. But this was the girl that dated him when
Continue.
he was on the come up, when he was broke and Puerto Rico had nothing. This is the girl that supported him. All his fans love her, and they were friends. So what happened was she recorded some voiceovers for his music. He used it early on in his career. Come the new album, he calls her and is like, somebody calls her and is like, hey, can we use this? We're gonna pay you $6,000, something like that, 2,000, something along those lines. And she was like, no, please don't use my voice. They still did. Now she's suing. So Bad Bunny fans, as much, we don't want to defend this action. We're just kind of like, all right, please pay her, because that was wrong. Just pay her. All right. So he's being sued for $40 million, rightfully so. He has more money than God. So now, the last thing, then he went on a Vogue interview and he backtracked on a lot of his political ideologies, which is usually what someone who has made it really big does. Unfortunately, for the people, when that was very important to boost you up, was who you were and and the activism that you stood for. It is kind of like a slap in the face. And then to top it off, he went on to Coachella last weekend, did an amazing show because love his music. He's amazing. But he goes on to do to lecture his audience. Honestly, how are you gonna stand there in Coachella, the biggest stage, headline it, and look at the people that brought you here and be like, leave me the fuck alone? Well, he didn't say that, but you know what I mean. Like, just lecture them on like, you guys don't know me. Whatever you see on social media, that you like, if you want to have a beer with me, that's whatever. Like, basically, what you see on social media, that doesn't mean you know me. You don't get to dictate my life, blah, 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 blah. Totally fine. I agree with his points, but I also think that Bad Bunny is a bad vibe now. Bad Bunny's a bad vibe. The reason why I followed him and I really liked his person, so there's a difference, right? The art from the personality or whatever. I still like his music. I'm sure his future music will be great. I'm excited. I will support that aspect of his career, and I support Latinos. So yay. But as far as his person, not a good vibe. I'm not excited to follow his life, and I no longer want anything to do with that. So I did, just long story short, I unfollowed him and I don't fangirl for many people.
You
I was a
unfollowed
fan.
him?
Yeah, he doesn't care. It's fine.
Yeah, but that's your guy.
I
That's like me
know.
unfollowing Johnny Legs.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And I'm the type of person that like I like to keep my Instagram like I only follow you if I know you. Or if you're like one of the 5 celebrities that are, in my opinion, really cool activists. So like Bernie's one of them. And so yeah, that was one of those things where like he got to that level. And in my head now, I'm like, you're just a bad vibe, and I don't like looking at your face anymore. So
He's got some movies coming out. Are you gonna go see like a movie he's gonna be in?
I'm not gonna go out of my way to support him, but I will always clap for him because he's a Latino and he has that doesn't just because he's had a bad year doesn't mean that
That's a fake ass
takes
golfer
away.
clap, though.
Huh?
That's a fake ass golfer clap.
Wow.
That's
all
a
I can
little.
bring myself to do.
little
I'm sure
demo.
his PR people are having like a hell, like just going through it right now. So I'm sure he's gonna backtrack soon and probably will do something really cool, activism driven next year. And I'll applaud everything. I'm just saying currently, I'm not feeling it. He's a bad vibe and I'm disappointed. Mom is disappointed.
There you have it, guys. Bad Bunny slant news flash there for you. Brought to you by Sofia Carrillo.
Yeah, that's the latest, guys. I will keep you updated.
Fantastic.